Moscow in winter can be a disorientating place, especially for the city's homeless. But in one corner of the city, members of a Christian organization are ready to offer some support. In a dark street in the east of Moscow, crowds have gathered to receive items of clothing from a team of volunteers behind me. It's very cold in the city, and it's likely to get much, much colder. And for some of these people, these volunteers are their only hope. The group's leader wants more places where people can receive help.
For 10 years we've been giving homeless people food and warm clothing all year round. I just wish there were more places where these people could be fed.
But volunteers like those from Helping Hand are short in numbers. As the Centre for Voluntary Development tells us, if these numbers increased, it could have a dramatic impact on Russian society and its economy.
In Russia,
1 hour of volunteering saves $1. This year we had 80,000 volunteers, mainly youngsters, for 10 days' work. Well, this is a saving of well over $3 million. This is why the government is finally starting to understand how important volunteering is.
The shortage of volunteers in Russia has brought people from overseas. Enrique's from Berlin. She volunteers with Greenpeace and earns an income teaching German. Greenpeace is one international organisation that's trying to encourage more young Russians to take up voluntary work and a spade. But in Enrique's native Germany, 36% of the population takes part in voluntary activities. And there are similar figures for the UK, where volunteers save the economy an estimated $80 billion a year. But in Russia, the figure's low. Only 2% of people volunteer. If similar numbers took part in Russia as they do elsewhere in Europe, it could mean savings of hundreds of billions of dollars every year. But volunteering, says Enrique, needs to be actively encouraged by the government.
I think the desire of people to do something is developing, but I really can't say that because it very much depends on the political situation. So volunteering is only possible if the policy of the country allows that, because people won't take risks.
But back on Moscow's streets, the volunteers from Helping Hand end another night of work. They'll be feeding and clothing the poor next week and for months and years to come, to ensure the capital's needy have someone to rely on. Neave Barker, Russia Today, Moscow.